it's Bernie Goldbach. I am a tutor at the Limerick Institute of Technology. I'm supervising two students in County Tipperary, and they're working in a virtual internship for Spearline, a company in County Cork. In this video, I want to explain how we're using Airtable, software as a service, and application. It's a very clever amalgamation of a spreadsheet and a database to track the production of creative media content. Let's dive into my phone first. You can see what's happening in an app in Airtable as we track a very important project that takes podcasts, strips them down, makes some audiograms through a process that can be tracked, annotated, and a workflow that can be improved step by step. Okay, here we go. You're now on my Note 9, and we're working with Airtable.
Hi, it's Bernie Goldbach. Let me invite you into a discussion that we're having about Airtable. Airtable is a service that I'm using with students and a virtual internship. I have a bunch of Airtables. The one I'm interested in showing you is the one that relates to a company, Spearline. We're starting with a group of people. Myself, Josh, a graduate of the program in creative media, Corey and Orla. And the idea is we can start with some podcasts that Spearline has with titles and URLs of those podcasts in an Airtable that the students can see. So the goal is take some content, reimagine the content, start with the podcasts. I use a view of this Airtable called the audio tracker. I set up an Airtable with fields and different views you can have. So let's have a look. If Corey, one of the virtual interns, were to listen to one of the clips that's in the podcast table and then list the URL of where that podcast is, he just can copy it directly and then makes a quick summary of what he wants to make, what kind of content he wants to make. Perhaps add some notes about how he wants to make this content, and then starts to work on it. The concept will be approved by one of the super users, myself or Josh, and as he goes along, he'll indicate he's starting it or he's working on it, working on the project. When he gets finished with the short clip and audiogram, which could be 15 seconds to about 55 seconds long, put the URL of that audiogram into this Airtable, perhaps leaving behind a thumbnail of it, makes that audiogram and he uploads it. He'll upload it to a URL. He'll get it reviewed by one of the super users and then make longer content perhaps out of that same audiogram. Now, what most people do is they listen to a 20-minute podcast, they cut down, they find 15 seconds of compelling audio, and they make the audiogram based on Premiere Pro or Wave.co, two apps that we use. Put the audiogram for the URL of the Twitter audiogram up on the Airtable. Once it's been reviewed by a super user, we're good to go. So in a nutshell, we start with a bunch of records that are already up as podcasts. We break down those podcasts into short 15-second to 2-minute long segments. We make them audiograms where there's like a waveform in the background and a piece of cover art, and we're done. All this is possible tracking virtual interns through the podcast, and the waves that are produced will end up being described, and a date of the wave will be annotated in the different samples that are shown in this view of the Spearline audiograms.
If you've never used Airtable before, you can think of it like as a spreadsheet. You can change the views around. What I like about it most is that on a phone that just shows up and you can adjust it. I can even set notifications based on app-to-app interfaces. So we're doing from podcasts that have been vetted already to some video interns who will slice up the podcast, creating two different types, short for Instagram, longer for Twitter. audiograms, and we're tracking everything we do inside of Airtable to make good use of this opportunity for a virtual internship with Spearline. I'm Bernie. I work in LIT on the Clonmel Digital Campus. Corey and Orla are creative media students. Thank you, Spearline and Airtable, for making this work. I'll be checking my Airtable to see how things unfold. Bye for now.